What is this one, Ryan? This is
This would
something you
be,
picked up.
yeah. So I'd been looking for this for a minute. It's chicken cock, or otherwise known as the famous brand. So it's one of the oldest bourbons in the United States. 1856, I think, is when it was established out of Paris, Kentucky.
Did you say chicken cock?
Yes, I said chicken cock.
Like the
Uh,
cock
of the
from
chicken.
a chicken.
Yes, chicken cock.
So is this chicken cock juice?
I
Is that what we
it could be.
is that
It
what
could
we
be.
could call that?
It could be.
Sweet chicken cock juice.
It could be. I haven't tried it yet.
So where did you pick this up?
So I found this in Corbin, Kentucky, while I was back that side of the state.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
then I bought it.
then you bought it.
Yeah, and we also found your little hidden gem up there that matches your 70-year-old sign.
Yeah, that IW Harper.
Yep.
I'm kind of, we did bust into that one to taste it out. It's actually pretty fucking good, considering it's one of the older distilleries out there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, your sign does say it's a gold medal winner.
Yeah.
So,
and that sign's fucking ancient. It was my dad's before it was mine, and he probably had it for, I don't know, probably 20 years before.
Right.
I got a hold of it, and I've had it since I was a teenager, so it's got to be close to 50, 60 years old for that sign. But because you don't see those that many signs like that anymore.
And bourbon signs seem to be even rarer.
Or harder to get a hold of anyway, like unless you're a store or a gas station or whatever. But
right.
Anyway, why don't you do the honors of uncorking this?
Let's do it.
Bad Jackson. We'll see.
Ooh, that even had a good pull out.
Kind of good.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the first pour.
I get the first pour? Oh, yeah, it looks like golden nectar of the gods.
All right, so there's the first pour of it, nice and neat.
For those of you who are curious, we do have glasses, coasters, hats, shirts for sale. Go ahead and email us at bourbonsauced@gmail.com. But we're going to get into this thing again.
I smell some vanilla for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's not really harsh on the nose. You know what I mean? Like it's subtle. And it's harder to smell.
You know, another smell that I like when you take a deep, deep smell, because I grew up around a lot of them at my mammy and pappy's.
Yeah, I can smell the corn though.
I smell like a hint of apple in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can remember going out in their backyard and all their little crab apple, all their little apple trees, and I could smell the apple.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
It's actually pretty good. It's definitely got a burn.
Mm-hmm. But that burn fades really quickly.
What's the proof on this? Like 95?
90 proof.
90 proof? Okay. Yeah, that's about where I would think it'd be.
I swear I feel like it's almost like I have the lingerings of a graham cracker in my mouth at times.
Yeah, and it's got a pretty good finish to it. It's not like it's not super sweet. It's like a mellow finish to me. But I mean, we know our palates are slightly different.
I definitely on the front end get a little bit of almost like a caramelish apple sweetness, not like overpowering.
Yeah,
and then it rolls. But I into that burn a little.
I can get the cinnamon or that graham crackery.
Yeah, it's definitely what it kind of after that burn and it rolls back. I'm picking up. It's like a graham crackery, cinnamony.
Yeah, it's good though.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely recommend it.
All right, so we got to do our
we can do our board.
Our board here.
Yeah.
Before you give away all your ratings.
And get my sneaky marker out. How much does this one cost you?
This one was $60.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Now we just need to get some ice so we can try it with a little ice. We'll see how that taste changes. I anticipate that it's going to mellow it out a lot more, and that burn that we're getting is probably going to be not as noticeable. That's just my guess, though.
Right.
Do you know what the mash bill is for this thing?
It's 70% corn, 21% rye, and then I think the only other part of it was barley. Let's actually see.
Okay. That's what I'm getting is the rye then.
Let's see. Does it have it? Does it have it?
No, you probably got the Googles it.
Probably, yeah. But it's like 70-some% corn, 21% rye, and then a little bit of malt barley.
I think that's something I might even start incorporating in on the description is the mash bill.
Yeah.
So people will know the percentages when they see these things. And then maybe they can be like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense why you taste malt or why it's, got such a bite because it's higher in rye or, more sweet because it's got the wheated flavor to it. But
yeah. All right.
Okay.
So now we need ice.
Yeah. I need some more cock.
Oh, wow. Somebody's enjoying the cock.
Well, no, I just wanted to make sure it was all gone before I poured anything new in it, Okay, that's good. Thanks.
I mean, it was the same drink you had.
Well, yeah, I know, but
I just admit you liked it.
I did like the cock, the chicken cock. This is
All
the
right.
first time in my life that I've tried some cock and I actually liked it.
Are you saying there's other times and you didn't like it?
I said this is the first time that I've tried cock.
But there was a pause, and the pause left it as almost like a.
Oh, like this is not my first cock.
But this is the first one I enjoyed.
This is my first chicken cock for sure.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, see, the smell definitely changed a lot.
Wow, like the graham cracker hit me right in the face with
I just
that
got
ice.
that on my mustache, so now it's part of my mustache.
That's the flavor saver.
Yeah, it is a flavor saver. For those of you that are wanting to ride the mustache, you must ride the beard also.
I'm heavy smell on the caramel. Heavy smell on the caramel.
See, the taste, it chills the rye part out once you put the ice cube in, and it does it with any of the ryes that we've ever done, which is typical.
I feel like,
but it's more enjoyable.
In typical fashion, this is up the value again with just a little bit of ice.
Yeah, because I'm not waiting for it to melt too much. It's just a little bit of melting. That's why I just do the one cube and let it melt a little bit. It's like half, not even half melted yet.
I feel like those bullets we have, those work pretty well.
Yeah, and I've got the stones too that you can soak in cold water.
Yep.
I just don't like those because they sometimes will absorb some of the bourbon.
Yeah.
And then you get that flavor in your next bourbon.
I like using the bullets, but they don't seem to stay that cold that long.
No, they don't. They definitely dry. They warm up a lot faster than they lead on to believe on the internet. But just saying, if you guys want to find out another way we can ice our drinks without diluting them, we're up for the debate.
Yeah, because chilled glasses for bourbon doesn't work out that well.
No, because it's not like beer where you can like freeze a mug.
Yeah.
These are. Oh, I do have those Norland glasses. Shameless plug for Norland glasses, by the way. If you guys want to sponsor us, we're open for sponsors. For anybody that wants to sponsor us, for that matter, we'd love to get some sponsorship. It would help out the channel immensely, not just monetarily, but just to get the word out about our podcast. So if anybody out there is willing to sponsor us, let us know. Hit us up on either comments or email us at bourbonsauce@gmail.com, because we're always looking for new adventures. But I do think that it's changed the ratings. So
Yeah. I also have a GoFundMe at I don't have a GoFundMe.com. So
mhm. I didn't think it changed it that significantly, unlike the last one we did, where I
yeah,
had a giant jump in numbers.
yeah,
And I think that that's probably indicative to the quality of bourbon that this
yeah.
one is comparatively to what we've had in the past.
Right.
Um, but it did go up, not markedly, but it did go up.
Mine didn't change a whole lot. But I will say, out of the ones we've done so far,
Mm-hmm.
this is my highest graded review.
Okay,
But obviously, we're
I'm
both different palate wise.
I'm gonna flash the camera.
Oh, can we flash them at the same
Yeah,
time?
go ahead, flash yours,
Huh?
and I can see your scoreboard. And then obviously we'll impart these on the video later.
All right. So
But
now you can see my scoreboard.
oh shit, you gave us some good scores, buddy.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm I'm enjoying the cock. I'm enjoying the chicken cock.
Yeah. Who would
Yeah.
know that foul cock would be unfoul?
Right? I'm yeah.
But I didn't mind this one as far as the price range goes. It's better than some of the others we've had at that price point.
Yeah, I definitely was comparable to you on the price range, as far as the rating goes with that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that's the only one we were really close on is price point. You give it 7.5 where I give it a
Yeah.
7.
I think what I really wanted to rate the smell higher,
Mhm.
but I tried to keep my nostalgia, I guess, almost out of it.
Yeah.
Because the flooding of the smells, like I was recalling, like grandparents' backyard and the apple trees and all that from the
Yeah, I can
smells.
definitely smell the apple more with the ice cube
Yeah.
than I could with it neat.
So that was kind of impacting my smell a little.
It's almost like a Granny Smith smell.
yes. So I'm like, I'm trying to just based off the smell
versus like Macintosh or
Right.
Delicious, Red Delicious, or whatever fucking
then
other apples are out there. But
on the ice. It's like I get the like almost like a graham crackery crust of an apple pie.
yeah, I could agree that it's close to like an apple pie.
Yeah,
Um,
without being like overly bearing, because there's a little bit of leatheriness
I think
to
with
it.
I think with the rye, it changes that flavor just enough to where
Right.
it's not super sweet.
Yeah, because you definitely get the little bit of the leatheriness.
Yeah.
Whip my weight in Wildcats. So you definitely,
Nobody likes Wildcats in this household.
right. So definitely
Go
get,
Vols.
Yeah.
It is football season, by the way.
Yes, it is.
So I'm actually a Wolverines fan. So
Yeah.
go blue.
Nobody is a Gamecocks fan, so
Which would be
it's okay.
appropriate for this.
Right? But sorry, we're not.
Yeah, it
No.
would be very appropriate for this.
But I'm definitely a fan, and I would say
I'd say I would buy it again, and we agreed to share it.
it's shelf worthy.
Yeah.
And there's the next one. I can't remember the next one up. It's like $100 to $120 for the next.
Oh, is
one.
it like a single barrel or
something like single barrel doubled oak, something like
which
that?
is this one's just their normal
There's straight
chicken cock.
bourbon. Yep,
Straight
bourbon.
Kentucky
Yep.
bourbon.
The next one I think is like a double oaked.
Ooh, I bet you that'd be delicious. I bet you it'd be really smoky.
So,
which I like scotches because of the peaty, smoky flavor to the scotch.
Right.
Which is why I tend to like some of the smokier bourbons.
Yeah. You don't like really woody bourbons.
No, I don't like the super oaky.
Yeah.
It's I don't mind the charred oak, but when it's too oaky, like I feel like I'm chewing on a piece of bark.
Right.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
This one I don't get that, like when I try to swish it around between my teeth and stuff. I don't get a lot of granularity, which is nice. So that's why I gave it such a good rating compared to I don't know. I think Woodford is probably price point wise you can't beat it. You know what I mean? With the price of this and Woodford, like it's the regular Woodford price range being the same, I think for that price bracket, Woodford for me is like the top of that price point,
What, the $50 mark?
the $50 to $60 mark.
Yeah. So I guess this one for me, and henceforth the higher ratings, is it hit me in the feels, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, right?
No, I think that's some nostalgia. That's good.
So it definitely had some nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
I would buy it again. It will go on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I have other stuff on the shelf. You have other stuff on the shelf.
Yeah.
That comparatively, in that price range though, for me, it's on the higher end of the selection in that we'll say $50 to $70 price range.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the higher end for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's close to the top end of that, but I just, there's so many other. I'd say out of my top 10, it'd probably be like 7 or 8 on the scale for me, because there's I think at least 7 more bourbons that I would rate ahead of that one. Like Wilderness Trail would be ahead of that one, and that's about the same price point, right?
Yeah. So then, like for me, that one and Wilderness Trail would be up there in my top 3.
Oh wow,
in that price point.
Okay,
Yeah, in that price point.
All right. You rated smell what for neat and
so smell I kept pretty much the same.
It didn't change much. I noticed it didn't change too much either for me. But
so the smell got certain parts of the smell like hit me harder with the neat, or with the neat, and then when you put the ice, certain smells hit harder then, right?
All right. So smell didn't change too much for you. Taste wise, it changed a little bit once you added the ice cube.
Yes.
And same here.
It popped that caramel, that apple and graham cracker really popped a little more for me, so it bumped my taste up a little more.
Right. We both agreed to share it.
Yep.
Share your food.
Uh-huh.
Love that dog. It's fucking funny. For those of you who don't know, Pablo on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. That dog, it's a bulldog, English bulldog, and it is hilarious. The owner, they're in England. You got to look up Pablo the bulldog, and you're gonna laugh your ass off. I promise you. You think we're funny? That's like 100 times funnier. But price point. Oh no, I skipped
drinkable.
One. Drinkability. Yeah. You gave it really high marks for drinkability.
Yeah.
Like damn near perfect.
I enjoy drinking.
By the way, if those of you curious, we rate on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm annoyed and I will go negative scale just to be a spiteful asshole.
Yeah.
But we try to keep it 1 to 10.
I definitely am enjoying drinking it.
Clearly.
Yeah. So I didn't pour anymore. I stopped.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you're just slurring your words.
Mm-hmm.
It must be the long drive that you did today.
My dyslexia.
You're fatigued.
My dyslexia.
I going back, you gave it an 8.5 for smell. I gave it a 6, and I marginally increased it to a 7.
Yep.
Taste, I also gave it a 6. You gave it an 8.5 again,
yep.
But you had a half-point jump when you put it on ice.
Yes.
I went up a full point.
Yes.
And drinkability, you gave it a 9.
Across the board. Yep.
Across the board.
Yep.
You are nuts.
I like it.
You are space nuts.
I
gave it a 7.
I could have joined the Space Force.
I gave it a because of your anus?
No, because I'm out there.
Oh, because you're out there.
Yeah.
I gave it a 6 again for drinkability, but then gave it a 7 once it's on ice because it does make it a little bit more enjoyable.
Right.
And then price point, we pretty much agreed.
Yeah.
I gave it a 7. You gave it 7.5.
Yep.
I think you'd be a little bit better on price.
Yeah.
But not much. I mean, there's probably like $10 of wiggle room.
And honestly, depending on where you find it, it's going to range anywhere from 50 to 70 because it's going to depend on the store.
Right. And then overall, if you average everything out, you finished on neat with 8.5, and then on ice a 9, which is impressive because that's the highest one so far.
Yes, it is.
On Wet Your Whistle Wednesday.
I enjoy the cock.
The chicken
cock.
The foul cock.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's.
I think foul cock would be funnier to make a bourbon that's called foul cock.
Yeah.
To compete with it, and then make
Then
it taste terrible. So that
make
way it
Well, I have the fighting cock in the kitchen.
I know,
We
and
could put them side by side.
the fighting cock is terrible.
Yes.
You're fighting to keep it in your mouth.
Yes.
Whereas this is an enjoyable cock.
Yeah. Exactly. See, so you've actually tried 2 cocks.
That's
And one you didn't like, and one that you
true.
did.
That's true.
Ah.
We're a bunch of cock tasters around here. Oh God. We're gonna get,
Oh Lord.
we're gonna get some hell for that one, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably gonna catch a lot of heat at some point from talking about cock meat.
Oh, well, see, we were good until you added the meat to it.
Well, cock meat sandwiches.
Yeah, but chicken cock.
Harold and Kumar, they talk about cock meat sandwiches. That prison guard, and he's like, "I got 6-inch cock meat sandwich for you boys," or whatever he says.
You're making me re-question pouring you a glass of this now.
Yeah, well, this is what happens. You never know when we become uncorked. The weirdest shit comes out on these things, which is why we do them. Because people are going to be like, what the they're going to look forward more, I think, to the Wet Your Whistle Wednesdays than they are just normal podcasts.
Probably.
Fuck it, whatever at this point. Whatever gets people to like our shit.
But I'm definitely enjoying this one.
It is good. It is enjoyable. I gave it marginal ratings just because of the fact that I think at that price point, I'm rating amongst its peers, right? So for me, that's why I gave it a marginal rating in 6 7s.
Same here. I would say with the drinkability, if I factored in cost, right? If I factored in cost and stuff like that, drinkability. If we're talking drinkability on like, would this be a regular drinkable thing?
Yeah.
Then it would drop because at that price point, I'm just not going to keep.
Sure.
$60 every couple of weeks to buy a new bottle.
Well, that's where,
especially when I have options that I like a lot that I can drink on a regular for less.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because for me, the Eagle Rare, when it's normally priced, is about that fucking price. But nowadays, it's like $100 a bottle or whatever. They're ridiculously pricing them at. But Wild Turkey, I like Wild Turkey better.
The rare breed.
Yeah. I would put Wild Turkey Rare Breed above this, but it is, I think, maybe $5 to $10 more than that too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where you just, I think the best cheap bourbon out there is Buffalo Trace. And for $35 a bottle, you can't fucking beat that.
And see, that's where we disagree. I'm a Smoke Wagon guy.
Yeah, and Smoke Wagon also, I would put Smoke Wagon above this.
I mean,
because there's like
Smoke Wagon does have one in that price bracket,
and I think that Smoke Wagon is better than that. That's why I said there's about 6 or 7 bourbons I would put above that one. That's why I didn't give it like 8s or 9s.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair to say.
And so that's why I come up with my rating scale. Is I base it off of prior bourbons that I've had. And so for those of you who are curious as to why I give the ratings I do, that's why I do it.
I'm pretty.
Ryan does it based on
I'm similar
impartiality, I guess.
But
you're doing it like an unbiased viewpoint, whereas I'm really rating it against its peers, kind of thing.
Yes.
So I get.
Yeah, I try and just focus on it, other than at the price point.
Yeah.
So, but yes. So share or not to share, we agreed to share.
True. Share it. For those of you who like this, give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, because this is going to be on Spotify and YouTube. So for those of you that are curious and you want to be on the show, message us. We are more than welcome. You are more than welcome to join us on the show. We would love to have more guests. We're trying to expand the studio to accommodate that, and we'd love to have other people try some tastings with us, and then we can have more viewers and their impressions as to what they think. So if you guys think differently than what we rated, if you don't agree with my ratings or you agree with Ryan's ratings, and let us know about that. If you've had chicken cock before or not, let us know about that too. We really do appreciate your feedback. It means more to us than you know. And if you are curious about where to find us, look on Instagram at where?
Instagram.com
.com
/bourbon sauce.
bourbon sauce. That's right.
Bourbon sauce.
And if you want to get any merch, go ahead and email us at
bourbonsauced@gmail.com.
there you have it. So until next time, you guys stay saucy and drink your favorite beverage. And it seems that you are out, so you can't even cheers me with an empty glass. You're gonna have to pour a little in both, so we can cheers.
See,
I just
you
have
know
like
what?
a swill left. That's good.
He secretively liked this more than he let on.
No, it's just I'm an alcoholic and I
he's-
drink it faster than water, so it is what it is. I'm admitting that I have a problem, and this is just my outlet for everyone else to enjoy my alcoholism, so it's fine.
Well, I do not have a problem.
No,
You
I
know?
just have an alcohol problem, and I really like it. But
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
until next time, get sauced and find us on the Gram and YouTube and Spotify. Love you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.